Gato Perro back with another video. Today we'll be doing a request review on the Sinister 6 box set Marvel Legends Spider-Man. Alright, so a while ago I had already reviewed the Snapshot Spider-Man from the Spider-Man Classics line, and this guy is just about as different in sculpt and paint that I think it should be a good enough review to put up, because he's about the same as this guy, but there are a lot of different changes to like application of like different sculpts to the legs, the paint, all things that we'll go over in this video in comparison to this guy. And if you're interested in seeing a review of this guy, you can go ahead and look for it on my channel, or I might even put a link in the description down below. Either way, we're reviewing this guy right now. So he is from the box set, and I got this guy loose, so I do not have any of the other figures that include like Venom, Black Cat, Carnage, Electro, or Dr. Octopus, which only like 2 of those characters were actually part of the Sinister 6, so that box it's kind of not correct to me, but oh well. And not really don't have any desire to get any of the figures except maybe like Venom and what's his name, Electro. So one day I hope to find that. Maybe I will buy the whole box set. But as you can see, I have a couple of problems with this Spider-Man. He is missing all of his 4 fingers on the right side, and he's missing his toe on the left side of his foot. So that's a problem. But overall, I think as messed up as he is and how I bought him for like $1 at my flea market, he's still in pretty good condition. The paint isn't as worn off as I thought it would be. In some parts, it's actually better than this guy. You can see this gun. This guy has a couple of paints over here on the side. I guess so does this one, but these ones aren't as bad. And in terms of paint, I think this guy has a way more shading and a much darker blue than the other guy. Overall, like the head is much different to begin with. It's much more peanut shaped. I don't know how to describe it. I want to say it's based off of the John Romita Jr. artwork, which was in like the 2005's kind of time when he faced Moreland and some other great storylines that he introduced like Ezekiel to it. It's not my favorite head sculpt ever, but it's not bad either. It does have all the lines indented and sculpted into the head itself with really nice expressive white eyes. It's just overall, like from the side his head looks okay, but from like the front, I don't know, just looks kind of peanut shaped to me. And I think from the neck, I think it's a new sculpt, because on this guy we had like some wrinkles going on between the neck and also differences in articulation, which I'll point out later. And it even has the sculpted web in between the hinge of the figure. And then for the armpit joints, it has a bunch of articulation as well, which I'll go over later. I'm messing up a lot in this video. The spider's all the same. I think it seems a lot darker in paint though. Still looks really cool. Kind of has this rectangular shape over here on top of the, or at least on the bottom of the neck and the top of the shoulders. Really big muscular Spider-Man, at least from the chest wise. He's actually still pretty posable for as big as he is. He's got these big lats over here, big muscular back too. Much different spider, really cool looking. I think the Snapshot Spider-Man was based more for the what's his name, John Romita, like Senior. Yeah, if I'm correct, yeah, Senior, because the head sculpt and just the only thing that was different was the build and the coloring and everything was accurate to it. Mine is like the spider logos on the back, which aren't as traditional as his artwork, but I think it still looks pretty cool. Fingers, we got a bunch of black shading going across each of the blue areas, even in the red area. And we got a lot of wrinkling and much more like texture detail going on in between the tights of Spider-Man right here. Really cool looking, all the like stretching of the fabric. We got the feet, a lot more shading, a lot of muscle definition going throughout the entire figure. All looks really nice. Definitely, I think this is considered one of the, at least in the top 10 of best Spider-Man figures ever. Just because of the overall look, or the poses you can get him in. Like for example, for his articulation, his head is on a double hinge. The top of his head can't move up just that much with just the head by itself, plus the head and neck, which you can move backwards like that, and the neck you can see like that. You can have him say, "Come at me, bro!" He has a triple jointed armpit joint, which is kind of unique. It has in and out as usual, follows the sculpt all the way through from side to side, has this added joint right here which kind of pops out, and you can see the workings of the figure on the inside. You can see how the hinge works, but it doesn't really cause an issue. Still really cool. Has the hinge over here as well, and then if you move this outward like this, it can go outward as usual. On the ball joint, it goes down. He has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. He has forearm articulation. His fingers are articulated on the floor, and then he does have an ab crunch and does have a waist swivel, and that is one of the differences from this guy. This guy has a triple abdomen joint. You can see this one moves at the top, crunch, and the waist. This one only at the top. And as well, this guy doesn't have the other hinge at the neck either. It just kind of looks up that much. Compared to this guy, this one has a better head articulation. For the legs, they're basically the same. They go out, they go forward. He has the thigh swivel. Oh, wait, I just noticed another difference. Actually, on the top of the thigh, I think they're a bit different in how how the sculpt is around the bar joint of the leg. I don't know if you guys can know that. Maybe it's just me. So anyway, thigh swivel, double jointed knee. He has calf rotation. And he has legs or feet that go up and down. He does have a toe joint, but it's a very slight ankle pivot and it's very weak, so it's not really there too much. Anyway, that's Spider-Man. So for Spider-Man's height, he stands at around exactly 6 inches tall. Now I'm going to go ahead and compare him to some other Spidey figures, like Big Time Legends, Marvel Legends Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man Classic Spider-Man, Spider-Man Origins Black Suit Spider-Man, and the Spider-Man Classic Spider-Sense Spider-Man. Alright, so overall, if you don't really have this Spider-Man in your collection and you want it, but you don't mind the box set, you can go ahead and find them on eBay. I'm not sure about the price. I think he might be a little bit overpriced just because of the fact that collectors want him, because he is a very good looking Spider-Man figure. He is outstanding. The paint is just marvelous. The sculpt is very much improved from the snapshot Spider-Man because it has a lot more detail in it, but that one's more closer to like the actual artist of John Romita Sr. But still, overall, pretty cool. Really like this guy. I think I would give him like a 7 out of 10, maybe 7.5, because he is pretty cool. I usually use him in my displays, but I kind of hide him from showing his broken foot and his missing fingers. But overall, still pretty cool. I do recommend it. That'll be all for this review. If you have any other requests on reviews that you want me to do, go ahead and leave them down below in any other video, especially this one or whichever one I upload in the future. And that'll be all for now. Gato Perro. We'll be back with more reviews and stop motions later.